and welcome to Storytime with Holly. Today we're going to read one of my favorite books, which is all about those who color outside the lines, are a little bit different, and the struggle of finding someone who really understands you. Today's book is perfectly suited to those in the early years, but also really well suited to elementary school age children, as it talks about feelings, emotional literacy, and a bit about abstract thought. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy. Niko Draws a Feeling by Bob Raczka and illustrated by Simone Shin. Niko loved to make pictures. Everywhere he went, he carried a box of colored pencils and a pad of paper. Because everywhere he looked, he saw something that inspired him. And we can see his inspiration coming into the page like a colorful scribble. It might be a mother bird building her nest, or the low autumn sun peeking out from behind a cloud, or the ice cream truck ring-a-linging down the street. When Niko was inspired, it felt like a window was opening up in his brain. An idea would flit through the open window like a butterfly, flutter down to his stomach, then along his arm to his fingers and his pencils, where it would escape onto his paper in a whirlwind of color. It was a wonderful feeling, and Niko tried to capture it as often as he could. Sometimes he showed his pictures to his friends. "What is it?" one of them would ask. "It's the ring-a-ling of the ice cream truck," Niko would answer. "It doesn't look like an ice cream truck," someone else would say. "It's not the ice cream truck," Niko would explain. "It's the ring-a-ling." "Where's the bell?" "It's not the bell, it's the ring-a-ling." "I don't get it." Sometimes he showed his pictures to his parents. "What is it?" his mom would ask. "It's the warmth of the sun on my face," Niko would answer. "I don't see the sun," his dad would say. "It's not the sun, it's the warmth." "Where's your face?" "It's not my face, it's the warmth." "Oh." Once, he showed a picture to his teacher, Miss Reed. "What is it?" Miss Reed asked. "It's the hard work of a mother robin building her nest," Niko answered. "Where's the robin?" "It's not the robin, it's her hard work." "So, this is the nest?" "It's not the nest, it's her hard work." "I see." But Miss Reed didn't see. Nobody did. One night, Niko sat on his bed, thinking about all the pictures taped to his walls. Then he looked at himself in the mirror. He was inspired to make another picture, only this one he taped to the back of his door, where no one else would see it. The next day, Niko was heading out with his paper and colored pencils when he noticed a moving truck next door and a girl about his age. "Hi," said the girl. "I'm Iris." "I'm Niko, hi." "What are you doing with that stuff?" "This? Oh, nothing." "Are you going to draw?" "Well, yeah, I like to make pictures." "Can I see them?" "I don't know," he said. "You might not like them." "But I might," Iris answered. Niko decided it would be rude to say no, so he invited Iris over. When they got to his room, Niko waited for her questions. But she just looked and looked. Finally, after looking at every picture in the room, Iris discovered the one behind the door. "Wow," said Iris. "What?" said Niko. "You must have been sad when you drew this picture. How did you know?" Iris thought, "It looks like how I feel, you know, sad because I moved." Suddenly, Niko felt a window opening up in his brain. "Can I make a picture for you?" asked Niko. "For me? Sure," said Iris. And like a butterfly, an idea flitted through the open window, fluttered down to his stomach, then along his arm to his fingers, to his colored pencils, where it escaped to the paper in a whirlwind of color. You can see that whirlwind of color going around Iris and all around Niko. When he was finished, he handed the picture to Iris. This time, Niko asked the question, "What is it?" Iris looked at the picture for a long time, without saying a word. At last, she looked up to Niko. "I'm not sure exactly, but it makes me feel like I made a new friend." Niko stared at Iris. "You can see that?" "I can feel it," Iris replied, "like a butterfly landing on my finger." "A butterfly?" asked Niko. "I know, it sounds kind of weird." Niko smiled. "Not to me." And there they are drawing together. The end. Are you ready for your family challenge? This week we're going to draw our emotions. You will need crayons of different colors and a large sheet of paper. I've taped my piece of paper to the wall to show you, and it is really fun to draw this way. But you can also do this activity with your paper flat on a table. First, how many emotions can you think of as a family? Brainstorm together as many emotions as you can think of. Happy, mad, sad, calm, worried. If you have older children, you can also think of complicated emotions like jealousy or envy. Then, I want you to choose one emotion as a family and have everyone pick a crayon that's a color that you think of when you're feeling that emotion. So, for example, when I think of calm, I think of this kind of blue-gray color, and then on your piece of paper, you're going to draw a line or make a mark that shows that feeling. So for me, a calm line is like this. But your calm line might look very different. Then if I think of anger, I think of the color red. And if I was going to do an angry line, I'd press really hard like this and go in all different directions. Then if I was to think of excited, I might choose pink, and I would do a line like this. Continue to go through all the emotions you can think of as a family, and you might be surprised by the colors that people pick or the way their lines look. And in the end, take a step back and look at the whole drawing and the piece of art that you've created through this activity. This activity is a great way to speak with your children about how they're feeling. You can even ask them to draw what they're feeling right now, and then use that as a way to start to talk about how they're feeling and coping with current situations. If you enjoyed this story time, please be sure to like and subscribe. We post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to share how your final art projects turned out, you can email me in the email in the description below. This story time is brought to you by LUSO Community Services and funded by the City of London and United Way Elgin Middlesex. Until next time, so long.